all of a sudden, he's worried about releasing tax returns. Well, I'm going to tell you something, folks. I've been doing business, and I have done a fine, upstanding job all of my life. And my tax returns are straight and honest and forward. Roy Herron is afraid that his record is going to be exposed, is what Roy Herron's afraid of. He is also saying, I'm afraid to debate. But in all reality, in the primary, we had 9 or 10 forums, a couple of debates. He was invited to some of those, but chose not to participate. We had a forum in Humphreys County the other night, me and the other 2 independent candidates. Roy chose not to be there. Roy also had an opponent in his Democratic primary who he did not debate in that primary. So, folks, from a perspective of a farmer from Frog Jump, it seems to me that Roy's losing and he can't handle it. You've heard nothing about what he's going to do about the country's shape that we're in. You've heard nothing about the issues that we're facing as a country and our children, the debt that we're facing and they're facing if we don't change the direction of Washington. But I'm here today to tell you, and we're going to talk about message now, that we've made no illegal loans. Everything's legit. The FEC has signed off on it and other watchdog groups. I'm telling you as well. My tax returns are fine. I'm not going to release my tax returns, and I'm not going to debate Roy Herron. There's nothing to debate. He's for more taxes. I'm not. His first vote will be for Nancy Pelosi. Mine will not. He's for card check. I'm not. It's not too hard to figure out, folks, where we stand on the issues. Now, let's talk about our country and what we're going to do to fix it when Republicans take control of the House and the Senate this fall. I was talking to someone upstairs a few minutes ago about why I'm running and how this started. And a lot of you here today do not know me and you have not heard me speak, so I'm going to tell this story briefly, Mr. Sharkey. You'll hear it again, but it's okay. About how it started and why I'm here. A friend of mine in July of 2009 called me up one day. He's no longer my friend, by the way. And he said, Stephen, he said, we need to find someone to run against Congressman John Tanner. He's voting with Nancy Pelosi 95%, Barney Frank 96%. He's lost his conservative voice. And I told my friend, Carter Edwards, I said, Carter, and I'm honest, I'm sincere here. I said, nobody can beat the great John Tanner. He's been in office 24 years. He's a blue dog conservative. And I said, I don't think anybody can beat John Tanner. And a few minutes later, my friend Carter says, Stephen, you could beat him. And I said, Carter, I'm no politician. I'm a farmer. I love to hunt and fish. I love farming and frog jump. I love singing gospel music. And I said, I can't beat John Tanner. And he said, I think you can. And he said, people are looking for somebody real. They're not looking, no offense to lawyers, a few buddies of mine are lawyers, but not another slick trial lawyer. Not a career politician, but somebody real, a business person. And I said, well, Carter, I think it's crazy. And he said, I want you to meet a couple of friends of mine in Jackson. Jimmy Wallace and Tommy Hopper. Tommy Hopper is my consultant now. He was the head of the state Republican Party, I think, in the early 90s, the youngest state party chair we've had. Been very active in Republican politics, conservative politics. And Jimmy Wallace served in the state house in the 70s. And has also been very active in conservative politics in the state. And I met those guys in August, late July of 2009, I guess, and they said, Stephen, if you can raise some money, we think that somebody like you has got a chance. And I said, well, boys, I'm honored, I really am, but this is crazy. And I'm not going to sacrifice my life for others. And I stood up to walk out that day of the room, and I got to the door and I turned around and I said, I'll tell you what I'll do, boys. I said, my family and I will pray about it. I said, but don't expect an answer. We're good Methodists. We attend Archer's Chapel, United Methodist Church in Frog Jump. About 125 people attend normally. So I leave that day. I go home, and my wife's cooking supper. I'll never forget it.